Is here. Hey, I put out a video just a couple of weeks ago regarding dates and deadlines in the contract, loan and credit. And I went over new loan application deadline, new loan terms deadline, and new loan availability deadline. We've been having quite a few additional questions with remaining dates and deadlines in this section. Although they have not changed much at all, I just wanted to go through them just in case any of you out there don't know what to put in here. The majority of the transactions you do out there, and most likely you will never have to experience this, these will be NA. Buyer's credit information deadline, disapproval of buyer's credit information deadline, existing loan deadline, existing loan termination deadline, loan transfer approval deadline, and seller or private financing deadline. All these will most likely be NA for the majority of your contracts. And I'll explain why. Let me just give you guys a visual here. So buyer's credit information deadline all the way through to seller private financing deadline is either for loan assumptions or seller financing. So when you're going through this with your buyers, you just let them know that. Say, this is all for assuming the current loan that the sellers have. The majority of the loans out there nowadays are not assumable. And even if they were, most likely the buyers would not want to do that. There's a lot of complexity to it, qualification purposes, and most sellers want to get out of their loan and not have the buyer assume it. So that's all that is. If you want more information on it, like our last video I put out, all you have to do is do a Control F on your keyboard and type in the title to it. So for example, buyer's credit information deadline. Here you go. It says everything about it, tells you exactly what it is. And it'll tell you all the way through, including seller carries. So once again, not much to do there. NA's all the way through. I'll give you a recap on new loan application. This is the deadline that the buyer needs to have the loan application completed by. New loan terms deadline. This typically is within 10 days of going under contract. Very important here. So you want to talk to the lender. Has the buyers reviewed all their loan terms? That needs to be done before this deadline in here. Again, 10 days from contract. New loan availability deadline. This is the old new loan review deadline or loan termination deadline. This typically is anywhere from 3 to 5 days before closing. And at this point in time, the buyers have no more options to get out of their loan by using the excuse of they do not like the terms of the loan, because they already reviewed the terms of the loan within 10 days of the contract. So the reason this was brought up is a lot of buyers and agents were advising their buyers that, hey, up until about 3 days before closing, whenever the old deadline was in there, we can get you out of the contract. And it was creating chaos because people were terminating just because of change of heart, change of mind, and wanting to rescind the offer when it had nothing to do with the loan terms. So it's very critical. The only true way to really utilize this deadline now, new loan availability deadline, would be to pretty much get a denial letter from the lender. So that's it in a nutshell, guys. If you have any other questions on it, feel free to call our hotline, 720-707-4401. And always remember, we're always there for you. Take care. Bye.